Hi everyone, my name is Chou. I'm a junior here at Chou High School, and today I'd like to talk about my journey of documenting my teens. Do you remember the first time you documented a memory? Maybe it was with an audio recording on your phone or a diary entry in a journal. But for me, it was with this red Nikon Coolpix that my grandparents gifted to me when I was 9 years old. At the time, I didn't know very much about cameras, so most of my photos and videos were either too bright, too dark, or too grainy. But even so, I carried that camera everywhere I went, capturing moments of my childhood, whether it was at a restaurant, outside, or just at my house. One time, I captured the 10-minute long show of my grandfather making a banana flambe. His wrinkled hands swiftly stirred the sugar in the pan, turning it into a rich amber syrup. Then, for the finale, he poured a vial of rum into the mixture. A burst of flame shot up into the air, so bright that it turned the video into a brilliant ball of light. Every now and then, I look back at those photos and videos from that camera from 7 years ago, still being able to relive those exact moments. Recently, my childhood interest in photography and videography was rejuvenated when I got a newer camera this past June, a Sony ZV-E10. As I unboxed it, I admired the sleek black body of the camera along with the silicone grip that encased the side of it. It was nice and compact, and its picture quality was miles beyond the iPhone photos I was used to taking. By this time, I understood the importance between shutter speed, ISO, and aperture within the exposure triangle. These are the trinity of photography and videography. You must have the right balance between all three to ensure that your scene is not too bright or too dark. I'd also grasped how to compose a shot and how to color grade, among various other skills. As I gripped my brand new camera, I suddenly had the urge to capture every moment of my life, just like I had when I was younger. Then it hit me. What if every day I took at least one photo or video that encapsulated what I did in a day? So for the next 3 months, I did just that. I carried my Sony everywhere I went, on every flight, on every outing, and on every trip, capturing everyday moments any chance I got. So far, this challenge has taught me 3 key things that have made me view life through a different lens. The first thing I learned was the reliving of memories. When I looked at those photos and videos from 7 years ago, I could almost taste, smell, touch, hear, and see my surroundings, just as if I traveled back in time. And this wasn't just with significant memories like traveling or meeting with family. This is also with everyday moments when I was just at my house, which I was still able to reimagine in my mind. Even when I look back at the photos at the very start of this challenge, I can almost recite the exact moments that happened during that day. The next thing I learned, perhaps more importantly, was a need to make life more interesting. A major obstacle I encountered during this journey was not really having anything to document for a day. Some days I would spend hours of my time at home, on my phone, or playing games. There were even some times where I had to run out late at night to try and capture a picture of the night sky just so I could maintain my streak. I soon realized that I need to make a conscious effort to find something interesting to document. For example, I would go out with friends, take a bike ride, or go on a hike. Even if I documented my boring days at home, I wouldn't have any excitement when I looked back at them years down the road. In fact, I'd feel regretful for wasting all of my time doing activities like that. Finally, I learned how to craft my own cinematic world. Throughout this challenge, not only was I able to document every day of my life, but I was also able to practice my filming and editing skills. I'd self-taught myself framing techniques like the rule of thirds, golden ratio, and negative space, along with the difference between hard, soft, and diffuse light, and how to color grade in a way that gives the video a warm, nostalgic film look. I began to combine all of these skills together and create short videos of everyday moments of my life. For example, I created a short film of myself going to the store to go buy something to eat. And I've also made a video for my Boy Scout troop to highlight what we did at some of our major events. This challenge not only helped me document every day of my life, but it was also a great chance for me to exercise my filming and videography skills. And when I look back at these photos years down the road, I'm sure they'll be very entertaining to watch. Now, I encourage all of you to do a challenge like this of your own, even if it means only documenting your life every other day or maybe just once a week. Because one day, the moments you are living through will become memories. It's just a matter of whether or not you want to hold on to them or let them fade. Thank you.